What's up, gamers? I am here with an exclusive look at the latest gimmick by Nintendo. We have here a new promotional thing that Nintendo is doing. They have released a physical copy of Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, you might not be familiar with this particular game. It's a weird decision by Nintendo on their part, I admit. But I'm curious. You see, Super Mario Bros. 3 originally was a alternate skin option for the Super Mario Maker game that they released in 2016 and then made for the Switch later on. But the skin was so popular that they ended up making it its own separate standalone game that they released as part of the Nintendo Switch NES library that Switch Pro whatever members get access to, and then it was a full game. And apparently people liked that so much that they decided to make physical copies of it as some kind of promotional effort. This was a shadow release, if anything, because you didn't see them talk about this online or anything. Only reason I discovered it was because I was at a local game store and they had this on the shelf, and I was like, what is that? And getting a way to play this was actually a bit of a challenge, because as you could see, it's not on a disc. It's not the traditional Nintendo Switch cartridge either. They decided to, for some reason, actually base it off of an old console they made back in the 80s called the the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. And they don't make these consoles anymore, so it was really hard for me to find a way to actually play this. I had to get like this third-party rip-off, don't tell Nintendo, just to play the thing. But I did find it, and I managed to get it running and playing. So without further ado, let's check it out. See, now the first thing I notice is that how faithful of a recreation it was to that retro style that the NES library game had and that the Super Mario Maker's level had. I thought that was very cool. Content-wise, it appears to more or less, essentially, if not exactly, be a duplicate, a copy of the content from the NES library game. This is, you could argue, a physical, not even a remaster, because it looks like everything was, they actually took a few of the features out. This particular game didn't have the rewind time or the save states option. One aspect we did enjoy of this game, both physical and digital, was the story. You're going around saving these various kings from being cursed by these magical Koopalings. One complaint we did have is that sometimes the map, while technically open world, can be very confusing. I was getting lost a lot, I found, as I was going through the various levels. I don't know where I'm going. I tried figuring it out. Finding up-to-date guides wasn't terribly easy because of how unknown and underground this game was. How about that music, though? Otherwise, I actually found I was having a really good time with this. The levels are well made. They're very fun to just kind of run through, and jumping and dodging all of the obstacles and enemies. There's something about it that just feels good that you don't see in a lot of modern, non-retro AAA titles. Another thing I enjoyed was the diversity of levels. These levels, like, that you go from this is open field to like here's this grassy plain, and I was going through underwater caves and icy levels and fiery pits. The enemies are diverse, and I enjoyed that. Some had boomerangs, some they had weapons and whatnot. Downside is they can almost all be defeated by a simple bop on the head. But I did enjoy finding all of these little secrets, like you'd find mushrooms out of nowhere like that, and at the end of each level you'd be rewarded with these randomized stars, and they'd give you more lives, and that's good. There's a lot of items for you, the player, to unlock and use too. The diversity doesn't just stay to the enemies. There's mushrooms, stars, flowers, leaves. You can unlock cool powers with each one and they made you stronger and more capable for the next fight. It was great. And you could unlock mini games to get more lives to help you further on. Some are easier than others. Okay. Damn. Alright. Okay, no, I know where that is. Cool, cool, alright. Oh, crap! And the difficulty of these levels do get harder. Like, it's not like it's the same level of difficulty the whole time. As I'm getting further in, the more difficult. No! Unfortunately, it seems that the bosses of these levels follow the same kind of scheme that all the other enemies do. Just bop them on the head and they're gone. 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? And this is a world boss. The other one was just a mini boss. And some of these challenges are easier than others. Though weirdly enough, I'd always come across the occasional just oddly easy level like this one. Like, there's no enemies, there's no obstacles, you're just given coins. Like, where's the challenge? Why put this in here now? One thing I felt a little uncertain about is in the later levels they introduced this war mechanic of sorts. They have these gun tanks and these battlegrounds, and I don't know, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I don't think politics have any place in a video game. You know what I mean? Come on, Nintendo, you don't have to cater. All in all, it's a pretty good game. I enjoyed my time with it. It was a little difficult towards the end. It's hard to recommend the physical copy because availability is difficult. They're already sold out by Nintendo. You can only get them third party already. And some of them go for a decent price, but some are just way too expensive. And then you have to get the right, like, special console to get them. And then that special console doesn't work on a lot of TVs, by the way. I had to get one of those old, bulky TVs from when I was younger to play this. It's all in all very inconvenient when you could just play it from the Switch NES library. Not bad. All in all, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to bop that like button and smop that bell and hit the comment button and tell me what you liked about Super Mario Bros. 3. Hit me with the share button, friends, and smack the reminder bell. Game on, gamers. Yeah.